Hi Cancer, I hope you guys are doing great today. So these are going to be your general messages for around the 22nd to the end of the month-ish. I hope you guys are doing great today. Remember, these are general messages, Cancer. Take what resonates, throw out the rest, and you do want to check your rising sign, moon sign, and Venus, as I always say, because Cancer is only one room in your house of self. Energies could always be vice versa as well. So we're going to pull some Chakra Tarot with the Lenormand, throw some Astro Dice, throw a card. We'll do some extended love at the end for those of you interested in that. So let's pull these first. So a couple of transits going on. I mean, it's kind of like that, like not that too big a deal. We have on the 22nd, we have the Mercury and you guys sextiling Uranus in Taurus. So 22nd, you want to be flexible to plans, ideas, people who may feel anywhere from mildly unstable to highly erratic to you. Just be adaptable to the circumstances. Let the day come and go. Rise above just for the best outcome. You know what I'm saying? But then the next day, fabulous, fabulous, the 23rd, we have the sun entering Leo. Love it, love it. We're all going to be feeling pushed to shine, have fun, express ourselves. We'll be more generous, more grand in our gestures and attitudes. Just be a little careful of the ego, right? So a little caveat that we all have to watch out for in that energy. 8 of coins, very nice. So this is to do with the current situation, crossed by the hangwoman, okay. Crowning energy, Princess of Cups, beautiful. Knight of Coins, ooh, and the foundation, okay. Recent past, coming into this energy, the Emperor, very nice. Okay, the near future, we have the Knight of Swords, all about the truth. Looks good. Knight of Coins, very nice. King of Coins, rather, I'm sorry. Okay, external to you is the death energy. You might be dealing with a Scorpio. Somebody who has heavy Scorpio in their chart. Okay, all right. So I feel like there's definitely a new cycle upon you, Cancer, which is actually quite lovely. I see it going okay at the end of the day. Let's pull the Lenormand before we get into anything and talk about anything else. But I do see the death. This is external to you. So the death is an ending and a new beginning. And I do see you fearing some sort of conflict here. But I do see it being very, very necessary, whatever is going on. I don't see it being a big deal. And you know what? Just to like give you a heads up, on the 27th, the energy is going to be kind of weird on the 27th. So we have two challenging energies and a not so challenging energy. So first we're going to have Mercury and you guys squaring Mars and Aries. So you can have a very short fuse on, you know, when it comes to anger and patience that ends up getting in the way of your judgment. So you really want to try to avoid any kind of fights that day, because you can easily end up in this space where you feel a sense of rejection or insult. So better to put your body and mind into some sort of other activity, you know what I mean? Like really busy your head, because at the same time we're going to have Venus and Gemini squaring Neptune and Pisces, so your sensitivity can easily make you very vulnerable to some kind of deception or confusion. So your tendency may be to like exaggerate with emotional theatrics or run and hide, you know, to lick your wounds and kind of hide into something. People are just going to be weird that day. They just are. But what's good is we are going to have Jupiter in Capricorn sextile Neptune and Pisces. I think that's going to really help to calm this experience by taking the edge off of whatever situation you're going to find yourself in, to find the positive in the situation. So I feel like everything I just said is going to be happening like right around there-ish, right? Yeah. But then on the 30th, we have Mercury and you guys opposing Jupiter and Capricorn, and Mercury and you guys trining Neptune and Pisces. So those of you who are working on any kind of like agreement, any kind of situation within a relationship, where you're trying to work out something with somebody, things are going to go really positively as long as you stay very grounded in reality and your integrity. Others are going to want to help you. They're going to want to be there for you. Very Princess of Coins, I like that. Very Knight of Swords, good, 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 you know. But if you're deceptive or you exaggerate, it's going to dissolve. Be very careful. It's a strong energy, actually, you know, because we're talking about foundation. You guys are all about that. You guys are the landlords of the 4th house of home. Foundation. Oh, we have puppy. We have the dog. Fabulous. Love it. We have the heart. Heart is the shape of happiness, of bliss, of success. Beautiful partnership here. And then we have the book. We have learning. Okay. Beautiful. Love it. Okay. This is, first of all, just so you guys know, a lot of you guys have been asking me, this is the Lenormand deck that I use. There are a number of versions of it. I have a few versions. This is my favorite. This is by Ciro Marchetti, The Gilded Reverie, the expanded edition. It's my fave. It is my fave. All right. So we have the dog, which is all about partnership, and then we have heart, which indicates success. It indicates obviously love, but you know, what is a heart? A heart is the shape of love, of happiness, of success. So there's this very successful partnership, but there's going to be learning. So some of you on a very basic level, you guys could be maybe you met somebody in school. This person is associated with your school in a very basic way. But really what I'm getting here though, Cancer, is that you guys are going to be in the space where you're going to be learning more about each other to level up. There's nothing negative about this. Honestly, it's beautiful. This has to do really beautiful energy for relationships of all kinds, business partnerships. It's not that you're going to be in love with your business partner, though you may be, but it's about realizing and recognizing something about your partner, whether it's, again, business partner, intimate connection. This could even be a family sort of situation or a friendship, where you're realizing that there's a dimension about them. There is that you never explored with them. There's something new that you're learning about them. There's something new that you're learning about the relationship, something new that you're learning about love, about friendship. Oh my gosh, look, and I just looked down. I had not looked. Will you look at this? We got Libra and the 7th house. Seriously? Beautiful. Libra is the landlord of the 7th house, which is ruled by Venus, which is all about relationships of the kind I'm talking about, serious relationships. It's not love affairs. It's not casual boyfriend-girlfriend thing. That's more 5th house. 7th house is more very serious relationships, marriage partners, business partners, very close connections that we have where there's a shared soul purpose. Beautiful. Now, Libra is ruled by Venus. The glyph is the scale. So it's going to be all about learning how to be fair, how to make each other feel good in this connection, how to make each other feel better, how to be more successful. You guys are going to be learning how to be more successful in your connection. And you know why? Because it's all about the future. Because then we have Uranus. Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius. You might have Aquarius in you. You might be dealing with an Aquarius energy or a Libra energy, but this is all about the future. And you guys deepening. Oh, I love this for you. This is my favorite reading so far, by the way, just letting you know. Beautiful. All about the future. You guys are leveling yourself up. There's deepening. There's communication. There's seeing things that were not seen before. Yes. Yes. All right, let's pull an astro card, and then we'll get into the Celtic cross spread. I mean, we're looking at this Emperor energy coming into this. Who doesn't love the Emperor now? Come on. Mercury. Beautiful. Communication. You guys are just going to be communicating left, right, and center. I love it. And Mercury rules Gemini, which is the student. Gemini rules learning. You're learning. There's learning that's going on here because we got the book. Yes, beautiful. And it's going to be impacting you every day because Mercury also rules Virgo. Virgo is the landlord of the 6th house, which rules our everyday work environment, our day-to-day environment in general, our health. Some of you might even be learning a new way of taking care of yourselves. I love it. Okay, so in this, I always think this Emperor card, if you guys could see, I feel like he looks like Ben Affleck with a beard. I think I'm crazy, but beautiful energy. Who doesn't love the Emperor? This is an Aries energy. The Emperor is about taking a chance, being assertive without being aggressive, feeling super confident about going on a fresh path. This is a super ride or die energy, very faithful energy. And it has nothing to do with gender. Honestly, it has, because male, female, it doesn't really matter. So you being in this connection where Cancer, you're very like, yes, you know, this is my person. This is very much what you wanted to bring to yourself. Now, if this is not resonating with you guys, I'm sorry, this is not your reading, because this is beautiful. It's beautiful. We have the 8 of coins. You guys are building. You guys are saving. You guys are planning your future, talking about your future. You haven't arrived yet, but this is Sun in Virgo. And the Sun cultivates and gets the land ready. In Virgo, Virgo's all about money, resources, connection in a very practical and pragmatic way. So this is very much a planning energy, saving for that house, figuring out, you know, when you're going to get married, when you're going to move in together, if you don't have to be getting married, when you might be getting engaged, when you guys might be wanting to have a child together, when you want to go on that vacation, when you want to meet each other's families, really, you know what I'm saying? Like that idea of leveling up. Now, we have that idea, but then we have a cross by the hangwoman. So there's some confusion here. Okay, because the hangwoman is about pressing the pause button, not doing anything right now. Now, some of you might be in the hangwoman's state because you have to be, because of COVID. You know what I mean? Can't do anything. But there is this element of confusion. There just is, because it's a Neptune energy. Neptune is the ruler of the 12th house. Pisces is the landlord there. And I always say, those of you who watch me know, Neptune is like trying to look at reality through a really dirty window or through a thick fog. You kind of know it's there, but you're not sure. And you know what, guys? I feel like you see this future with this person. You're learning new things, but you just don't really know what's on the other side. Some of you may be feeling very trepidatious about it. Others of you, again, may be in a space where you're just not able to move forward, which may end up being a good thing, because maybe the fog is going to clear a little bit. We are still deeply entrenched in retrograde season. We're not going to be feeling that really lighten up, really, until September. We're going to start feeling the rumblings of it, like in August. There's a lot of transits going on that are going to be lightening it up, but I love that we got the crowning energies, the Princess of Cups. And this is a new offering, new phase. And that's exactly what I'm feeling here. The sharing of emotions, the sharing of prosperity, the sharing of ideas, the sharing of whatever's being shared is going to incite this feeling of safety, which is so important to you guys, that 4th house energy. And it's not that you would feel, oh, so unsafe, but in your mind, what's going to be communicated here is going to incite this feeling of feeling grounded and rooted in it. Do you know what I mean? Even if you guys aren't there, but you might not know what all of that even means right now. You just know that you want to move forward and you want to make these plans with this person, but there are a lot of question marks. Now, that could be because who knows what's going to be happening with the economy. It would be it's very Pollyanna to think we could live on love alone. No one really needs to work, No, where you're like, yeah, you know what? I want to be with you now, but I don't know what's going on with my job. I don't know what's going on with anything. If you guys are in college, you're going to be able to get a job after you graduate. If you're working, maybe you lost your job. You're going to be able to get a new one, making what you were before, or in something that you're happy doing. There's so much transitory energy going on right now. So that could certainly be the hangwoman energy. I just kind of feel like that, because then as the foundation, we have the Knight of Coins. Leo and Virgo. Again, feeling this fire burning in a very practical way. This desire to move forward, this desire to share, because it's Leo. Leo loves to share. It's very, very grand in their gestures, very loving, right? And Virgo's in a very practical way. Okay, in a very practical way. What do we need to do to move this forward? That's what this is. Knight of Coins, what's necessary? What's necessary as far as communication goes? What's necessary as far as intimacy goes? What's necessary? What do we need in our everyday? Because remember, the coin, if you're here with relationship on your heart, has to do with mental, physical, emotional connection. Can also do with money and resources, though. But the Knight's just here like, all right, what do we need to do? So it's a beautiful willingness about that energy for sure. So we go from the Knight of Coins, and then this is you, Cancer. You're the King of Coins. So I feel like you're very, you're focused on the right direction when it comes to your money, I have to say. I really am feeling this very, very strongly. It's an Aries and Taurus energy, and Aries, again, it's ruled by Mars. So there's a risk-taking out. Like you're not afraid to take a risk, to put yourself out there, to change the trajectory of your path if you need to in a very pragmatic way, because you're very focused on being able to provide this connection with whatever's necessary. And again, there's no gender here. King, Queen, it doesn't really matter. It's not gender specific. It's just the general energy. But it's that, it's the archetype of the male energy of the, like, let's go get them kind of thing, right? So you're going to have a lot of fire in your belly to get something going, to approach something from a very assertive standpoint, having to do with your career, having to do with getting something out there, because I see you being very passionate about setting something up with someone and putting your ducks. This is very like, let me put my ducks in a row. But really having it figured out, Cancer, it's necessary for the safety to happen. You know what you need as far as money, connection, communication, intimacy. You know what you need. It's all here. Now, the energy external to you is the Death card. Now, this is Scorpio. Endings, simultaneous new beginnings. Okay? So this could be somebody recognizing, first of all, maybe the energy that you're dealing with is going through a lot of change and growth in their own life. Perhaps your partner, if you're here with a relationship on your heart, maybe they're going through a lot of personal change on their end, having to do with whatever, their career, family situation, friendship, whatever it is, where you're sensing that they're really going through something and you're very much being there for them. This could also have to do with, let's say you're here with career on your heart as well. I'm even going to even say this for relationship. The Death could end up being the situation with COVID cycling out into a new direction where, certain restrictions are going to be alleviated. There's going to be this sense of there is sun shining again someplace in all of that. There is going to be this definitive next cycle, right? Like quite literally, depending on what stage you're in. But that's going to allow for there to be this growth, right? But for many of you, right, so it could just be the external energy of what's going on in society, but it's external to you. It's external to you, but I see you handling it. Now, your fear, though, is the Five of Wands. And the Five of Wands is it's a very ego-driven energy. It's Saturn and Leo. So your partner may really be going through the gigs here, having to do with maybe their job, something to do with their schooling, their something on their end. But this is your fear position. It's not real. Five is conflict. Wands are well. Again, this is a Leo energy, right? But it's Saturn in Leo. So you're afraid of having any sort of battle of the wills with this person as far as how things should roll out. You don't want to get into anything that's uncomfortable for you. And quite frankly, Cancer, considering the energies that are going on, I kind of think that's a really, it's kind of a good thing to be fearing right now. Like, who did I just say this to? I think I just said this to Leo. Like, sometimes it's good to decide, to make a decision, to not make a decision, to just sit and wait and see how things roll out. And I'm kind of vibing that. Because this is in your fear position. It's not real. It's the reality of your relationship. And we have the Princess of Coins. So there's this evolution. There is this newness. Again, I do have this idea of this new cycle. You guys realizing what you want to do together, but you're not really talking about how it's actually going to play out in the 3D. You're feeling like not comfortable about that for whatever reason, whether it's that you're afraid of any sort of confrontation, you're afraid of maybe they're going through something individually and you don't want to add fuel to the fire. It could be a number of things, but it is this idea of news coming in, some sort of information coming in about either money or realizing something new about your connection. But again, Princess is equivalent to Page, and Page comes in and announces news. And it's news that incites a new cycle. And when we're talking about coins, we're talking about emotional, physical, mental connection and or resources. Okay? So it's news coming in about that. So this could be maybe your partner is finally settling on going in a certain direction in their career. You guys deciding to go a certain direction in your relationship. General reading, it could go either way. Maybe they're changing their major in school. Maybe they're, just staying within their career, but just changing the trajectory. But I do sense, Cancer, that whoever you're partnered with, there is some confusion, but it's through the confusion and through whatever challenge that you guys are going through that you're going to learn something new about each other that's going to end up leveling you guys up. I just feel like that. And we have the Knight of Swords energy. So the Knight of Swords energy is a Taurus and Gemini energy. That's where the swords are air, and that's Gemini. Gemini is ruled by Mercury, right? Very practical communication here. Having some hardcore, honest-to-goodness conversations about what's necessary. What do you guys need as far as connection, as far as money? What are you guys going to need to move forward? This is based in truth, right? Because swords are truth, swords are reality, and it's the need to have the conversation and the communication. So I do feel like whatever you're afraid of in the Five of Wands, having that battle of the will, you're ultimately in the near future going to have that conversation. But if you keep it based in reality, keep it based with, within the realm of integrity and respect, I see it going really beautifully. I really do. There's nothing negative here, really. It's a little wonky energy there, but I feel like the main issue that's going on for whoever's resonating with this, obviously this is not going to resonate with all of you. Your partner's going through something. But I do feel like you guys are really good friends. And you're going to know if you resonate, because we get the dog and then love. Really good friends. If you guys are business partners with somebody, you guys are business partners focused on making money together, but you guys care about each other to boot. But there's some sort of necessary conversation that needs to take place. So let's sweep these and let's see what other information we can end up getting about relationship for our Cancer friends. So we're going to pull a few different cards here. We'll pull heart. We'll pull the Island Time Wellness. Okay. I'm going to deal with whatever emotional stuff is either left hanging out from something else or what you guys are dealing with right now. All right. Start with the heart first. Heart oracle. Time. Okay, so it could be the hangwoman there. Okay. All right, we have time. You're trying too hard, give it time. Try not to be like, oh, my clock is ticking. We have to get going on things here, kind of thing. Just try to be mindful of this because of the weird space that we're all in right now. And then it's, if you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not your mind, for the heart is the gateway to the soul. And we have playfulness. Laughter is the best therapy. Have some fun together. Remember, love is the greatest healer. Yeah, playfulness. You get the dog energy, right? It's about being friends. Okay. Okay, let's pull these and then I'll read those and then we'll pull some tarot. Okay. Okay. All right, so we have here first with the Island Time Wellness, we have addiction, codependent obsession, possession, controlling, has a block, restraint. So let's be very clear on this, guys. When we say addiction, it's the same thing with the devil energy. What do I always say? It's just, where is there imbalance? Where has there been imbalance? Who's been overly obsessing? Where has there been a lot of anxiety, depression that's gone unchecked or untreated? Where has there been any sort of any kind of imbalance, from drinking too much, partying too much, misuse of money? But it doesn't even have to be so dramatic. I just want to give you all the different ways that it could end up showing up. And this could also be being completely obsessed with work, or completely obsessed with not working. What am I going to do? What am I going to, that kind of thing. I am feeling that very, strongly. And we have outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in your head. So this idea of imbalanced behavior, playing it over and over in one's head, I feel like this is something that perhaps, and again, because this is a general message, this could be you going through it or your partner. If one of you or both of you, I just feel like there was this level of imbalance that was creating the situation where it's like one of you or both of you just really wanted to push something forward and it wasn't happening in the way that you were able to, to make it happen in the way that you wanted to, or there was some sort of restraint in the way. And we have kisses, though. Unconditionally loving, giving and receiving affection, falling in love. Now, and I want to start with the middle card here, because this is, you hurt me. Please allow me the space to see if I can move past this. So, Cancer, I don't know, maybe you did something to your partner, or they did something to you that hurt somebody's feelings. you know? And this could have to do with the imbalanced behavior. So maybe there were words exchanged, you know, where there needed to be that healing and that leveling up into that new cycle. Something happened here. But then at the same time, you show me a stability and security I have never known. Beautiful. And then let's forget all this heavy stuff for one night and just have some fun. Puppy. The puppy. We have playfulness. Yes. Let's just enjoy each other. Give it some time. The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind. Stop trying to overthink everything, Cancer. If that's you, if it's your partner, everything happens just as it's meant to be. King of Cups, beautiful, full of love. The moon, I think that is your ruler, the fourth house ruler. Judgment, planet of transformation, the decision to the need to make a decision about the past, the decision to forgive, the world, hello, the most positive card in the deck. We have Temperance, the most powerful alchemical card, and we have the Eight of Swords. Interesting. What's going on? I mean, not bad, but we have to talk about, especially that Eight of Swords. So we have the King of Cups. King of Cups is beautiful energy, absolutely beautiful. Libra and Scorpio, relationships transforming. There's a deepening here. Beautiful sharing of emotions, deepening of communication, deepening of connection. And it's a court card, so this could be you, it could be them, it could be the general energetic influence, but who cares? It's really positive either way. So for many of you, this is just like a sharing of love. I do see this. This is a relationship that's existing already. This is not new. I'm sorry for those of you who are single looking for messages. Then we have the Moon card. Obviously, this is your ruler, fourth house, you know. This is all about I feel and I nurture, but it's feeling and nurturing these things deep inside of you. And again, the moon is another decision card. You need to make a decision about how you feel about something and coming to the forefront with it. So I feel like somebody's going to be sharing, Cancer, something that they've been struggling with that they haven't even been really talking to you about, but I feel like the sharing is going to end up deepening. Yes, because there's going to be this judgment. And again, the judgment is about needing to make a decision about the past. And it's about making a decision to forgive. And it's about reflecting on the situation and recognizing that everybody did the best they could in the situation of whatever happened. Okay? But again, we have decision, decision, decision. And then we have the world. So the world energy is really very positive. It's about... it's the result of working really hard at something. So it's about being super honest. It's about being very raw and open and vulnerable and allowing yourself all of that so that you end up, because that's hard. That's hard. And the world is ruled by Saturn. This is age. There's time in this. This is a history. This is a history. There's been some sort of I'm feeling very, very clear, feeling very clear restriction. Very clear restriction. Ooh. All right. There's some sort of disorder, anxiety, depression, eating disorder, some sort of imbalance, dysfunction that's been in hiding, some sort of secretly, okay, addiction, back to the addiction here. But needing to go through, needing to be honest about it. This is, oh my gosh, somebody is very much sharing something that there's this burden. Oh, I have chills. I'm a Taurus moon. I get the messages. Oh my gosh, my back is on fire. My arms are freezing cold. I have the chills. If you can see, I have the goosebumps here. Wow. Beautiful. Beautiful energy here. I love it. Temperance is about, all right, my friend, what do you need? I love you. I'm here. What do you need? You saying it to them saying it to you, whichever way this is going. This is about what do you need? This is what I need. What do you need? What does the relationship need at this point? Absolutely beautiful. But there is this energy, this Eight of Swords energy, which, you know, Eight of Swords is all about, you know, feeling like the odd man out. Feeling like people are talking about you behind closed doors. Feeling like fearing what somebody's going to think of you. Feeling like you don't really belong. feeling, like it's just this feeling, this sense of like, it's even though it's a Jupiter and Gemini energy, you have to understand, Jupiter expands whatever it's in. Jupiter is ruled by Mercury. Mercury is all about communication, and it's about learning through communication, communicating other, right? But it's often communicating that's going to create transformation, and it's going to be communicating something that feels highly uncomfortable to either you or to them. It's a heavy energy, even though it's a minor arcana. But what I like about it is something's going to be shared. Something in this moon energy that needs to be shared. But what I love here is you show me a stability and security I have never known. That's so beautiful. Because there's going to be comfort here. Safety. Cancer, and that you guys need that, right? Otherwise you do that crabby side shuffle. So you're going to know if this is your reading or not. Certainly if you're with some sort of narcissist kind of vibe there. I'm sorry. Maybe we get you next week. Okay, this is somebody else's reading them for you, okay? All right, my friends, thank you so much for joining me. This is what I have for our Cancer friends. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.